spirit fingers or whatever.
Jazz hands.
Yeah, jazz hands. Welcome
Jazz
back
clap.
to Tuesday Night at Heroes and Hooligans, where we are in our second to last episode of our Rescue Rainbow City playtest. I know, I see the sad faces. One more week after this of dancing, and then we'll be chilling for a little bit.
Watching the YouTube videos.
Watching. So, who wants to do a recap for last week? You had a pretty eventful last session.
I did it last time and I did it poorly, so I think somebody else should do it.
I'll give it my best shot.
All right.
This is a recurring sketch from Almost Live, the 90s essence.
Go ahead, Archer.
All right. So last week we found ourselves shortly following a large group of Silver District cultists exploring the Silver District further. First, we awoke from our rest in the bank, having found many magical items and pieces of interest there, and went to search both the catacombs, or the tomb, in the chapel. In the tomb, we really didn't run into much, not a whole lot there. Nothing that impacted us going forward, really. And then in the chapel, we discovered some very intricate iconography with a door split down the middle between a demon and an angel, leading up to a region where the records of funerary ceremonies were kept. Upon inspecting this book, we learned that our dear friend Sir Scout has a relative of some sort. Many of us have assumed a daughter who passed at a very young age. And that our dear friend Ingit's wife was at one point presumed dead and had funerary services, but it has since been redacted, the date of death having been crossed out and replaced with a question mark. We then headed down into the more expansive graveyard, where we came across a silver stalk, a large number of zombie-like undead, and a few more restless spirits, all of which were laid to rest, not with ease perhaps, but without anyone going down, at least. Some significant damage was dealt, and the stalk did dominate a few of our compatriots, though it didn't have much of an opportunity to do anything with them. And upon vanquishing the Silver Stalk, we realized that we've cleared the Silver District, and perhaps we should report back to camp before pushing any further, so that they can move up into the city proper from the outlying edges of the White District.
Yep, that pretty much nails it on the head. I did a big DM fuck up and forgot a very major important item that you were supposed to receive either from the Silver Stalk or Revan. You're closest to the Silver Stalk, so there is a small orbular focus that was attached to the stalk on a chain that you will need to move into the next district. It's kind of like the key to the barrier.
Okay, good to know.
We can just say one of us tripped over it on the way out.
Yeah. Either way, you ended up with it, so you can get into the red district. All right, fantastic. Great recap. Let's roll it back to the White District camp, which you won't be there long before heading off. I just don't know if you have things to say or do in that camp aside from tell them that you cleared shit. So we'll take it off there. No Owlbear tonight. Theater of the
Mind.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know that this unit, tired of her bat not living up to her expectations, does spend some time. She only has to focus for 4 hours instead of the usual 8. So after focusing here 4 hours, probably woke everybody up by nailing nails into her back backwards, so that they are now a spiked bat and does more damage and looks much cooler and fills in some of the places that she had drawn stuff. So.
Sounds like a regular old Lucille to me.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, yep, you got your spiky bat. Does anybody else have anything that they want to do or say at the Allied Advanced Camp?
Our tour. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that I was going to rush to Sir Scout, give him a big hug, and let him know that we're going to save the city for you. Don't worry. We're going to help you out.
He just kind of looks at you when you're hugging him, and like it's very awkward, and he kind of just like,
oh, it's gonna be very awkward. Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right, thanks, good job, sort of thing. Like, thanks for the hug, but no more touching. Okay, thanks.
We went through the Silver District's graveyard and found some information.
Anything useful?
Oh, I mean, there's some interesting thing about Inget's wife. She's a bunch of question marks on the last page. I don't know what that's about.
Well, maybe she's alive after all. Anything else? Any other interesting information you found in the graveyard?
There was a silver stock. We got rid of it. It's not really that big.
Not that big. That's more than we've been able to accomplish.
I mean, I guess it's a little big, but like, I'm sure you guys will get the next one. It's fine.
It was
You'll
wearing
have to.
this weird bracelet.
Yeah.
If
A
another
weird
one pops up, you'll have.
Go ahead, Arthur.
Oh, I was going to say, if another one pops up, you'll have to get it. After all, we'll be pushing on to the red district.
Well, hopefully another one doesn't pop up in the Silver District now that you've cleared it out.
I've heard red districts tend to be quite a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It used to be very nice. Maybe not quite as fun as you're expecting it to be.
Oh.
Wink, wink, nudge.
Yeah. I don't think there's any lights on.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure how many lights are still on, but maybe one or two.
We could just throw a bonfire and light the whole place up.
I'll bring the
I don't think
marshmallow.
that's the same kind of. Oh, well,
Probably not.
In any case, Sir Scout, is there any new information that's come in that could be useful to us?
Well, since you've cleared out the end of the White District and all of the Silver District, that's allowed merchants and displaced civilians to move back to where they're from. So that's pretty useful if you ask me. Aside from that, no, we're just still kind of holding the line and stopping as much of their supplies trains as we can while you are on the front lines handling all of the rest of it. You're doing a fine job. Don't let me hold you up.
have you had anybody come back from the red district to say what's kind of things we should expect?
No, we haven't seen any parties come back out yet, aside from you.
Oh.
Do you happen to know if one of the merchants may be a Fletcher?
I don't think a Fletcher. There used to be a forge master and a glass blower in the red district, though, if that helps you at all.
Could be useful.
Glass blowing is beautiful.
Glass
Very
bowl.
fine pieces of art. Yes. Very nice flower pots and vases.
All right.
And the forge, you said.
In a forge, yes.
That could be interesting as well.
Could. Well, best we get an early start then, I suppose.
You might want to be careful when you're holding back here. If you run into any more of those stalks or really any of the foes that we've ran into, try to keep at range because they're quite devastating when you get close.
That's a good piece of advice.
And make them glow.
Make them glow.
Make them glow. That's that. Yeah, because that really helped because it was really easy to find it in the haze because it was like blink, 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 blink.
Another sound piece of advice. I shall relay it to Zala.
Have you seen her?
Zala? I think she's off fighting somewhere. She's really good at that. You would think as the boss of the camp she would stay in the camp, but no, she just doesn't.
So you haven't seen her since you've met us, correct?
Only just once. Long
Oh,
enough
so
for her
she has
to...
been back since then.
Yeah. She's
Wonderful.
been back. She's
Oh,
Hmm.
you would think that she would have ran into us, considering that she would have backtraced in a similar direction.
I think she was leading a party through the sewers.
She took the other route from us.
Yeah. Some vagabonds were pillaging things from our camp, so she wanted to handle that as quickly as possible.
Understood.
But we will pack up this camp. We will move off to the Silver District and be closer to you in the Red District if you shall need anything.
Hey.
Quite good.
I'm gonna requisition a shield on our way out, and then we should get going.
Oh, fantastic. Go right ahead. Quartermaster should have whatever you need.
Yeah. Another big thing. I just
Perfect.
forgot to bring mine,
Works out good. You could stop at the quartermaster. Whatever standard cost is what it would cost. Yeah.
I don't know that I actually paid for the nails.
There probably some laying around
Yeah.
from
A little
Kentucky.
shoplifting, eh? Let's see about that.
I like to see it as
Do it.
as taking the rusty ones from the ground.
Even better.
That's right.
Picking up detritus from the ground
Detritus,
so it can grow. Yeah.
There
There you go.
Because, I don't remember the name of that horrible disease you get from rusty nails, but my thing does extra damage on that.
Tetanus.
That's it.
What kind of
I'll
damage
do it.
are you doing? Tetanus damage.
Tetanus
Lockjaw.
damage.
Tetanus damage causes lockjaw.
Oh,
Paralysis, but only of your jaw.
it's great against spellcasters.
Long-winded bad
Doesn't work.
Well, I guess that's one way to lockjaw. You're a mess. All right. So you ready to head to the red?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume you're going to take the path that you're already familiar with, back through the small encampment, through the battlements and the silver, up the main street. When you go through up the main street, when you first come into the Silver District, you at the end you can see the shimmery barrier between the red and the Silver District. You do have the, I guess you call it a key to unlock that barrier, and you'll be able to move in when you're ready.
I'm ready. Who's got the key?
I mean,
Oh, I think we forgot it at the camp.
Oh no!
Walk back to the camp, grab the.
You can find
it's
someone
now noon.
responsible to hold on to these things.
I had figured
we
our
walk
tour.
back to the. Oh, okay, yeah. Artur's got the key.
Okay.
All
All
we
right.
walk all the way back to the camp. Artur pats himself down again and realizes, oh, it's in my 8th pocket on the inside of my cloak.
Artur's got the key and the cake.
Yeah, and the cake. Yeah, that sounds like a good name for a D&D campaign. The key in the cake.
Mm.
Actual
Key
bad
or
memories.
cake?
All right. So you get up there with your little orbular thing, and when you pass through the barrier with it, it kind of disintegrates it, opens it up, and you're able to step into the Red District. The Red District is far more vibrant than the neighboring Silver District. It is home to many of the craft halls of the city. Buildings stand in tight rows with roofing of brilliant red clay bricks. Artisan shop line the streets, everything from tailors to tanners, and an abundance of smiths. Some of the largest guild halls can also be found in this particular district. There is little in the way of actual housing to be found among the numerous large buildings. Some decorative statues can be seen here and there, but the layout of this district is largely functional. The streets are broad and well-worn, and alongside artisan and craft halls can be found stables and storerooms. All crafts and trades were once plied here, and much of the city's commerce previously flowed through this district in abundance. Some of the most impressive forges and smiths in the city are found within the district, along with the artisan shops, taverns, and other stores. The smithies are kept burning day and night, the radiant heat spreading through the district and the sound of hammers being heard around the clock. While the artisans' halls have largely fallen into disuse under the rule of Cathacok, many of the shops and certainly the forges continue to be heavily utilized. All need for solid goods is satisfied through this district, with all those of skill among the ranks of the cultists lending their crafts to their master's cause. Whether it is in forging weapons and armor or provisioning of supplies, this district is certainly constantly bustling. Now, however, the air is one of grim determination rather than one that celebrates the love of the craft.
All right.
The buildings of note are a tavern named the Ancient Captain, a bakery, a glass blower, and the Master Forge.
The first thing I want to do is start looking for red cloaks just in case.
For red cloaks.
I assume we all are wearing our cloaks, right?
The silver ones?
Yeah, the blend in.
Maybe, maybe not. I can't say for you.
Okay. I'm going to be wearing my silver cloak just because I don't have a red one yet.
Okay.
Well, it looks slightly less out of
Yeah.
place that way.
I'm gonna turn my cloak into a red cloak.
Oh, that's
It
right.
just does that.
So,
Oh, in that case, you act as tour guide.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I know these streets like the back of my hand. I am a cartographer after all.
as you're kind of trying to figure out what's the best approach to move through the city, making sure you have your cloaks on, Sir Robin changing his cloak to red, you see a couple of red cultists come stumbling out of the Ancient Captain. With a temperament to match the color they wear, red cultists are not to be trifled with. Boisterous, angry, and aggressive are a few words that describe them. They will not hesitate to blow up whole towns and castles with their magnified, fiery energy. These cultists have a talent for pyrotechnics and can call the power of heat, flame, and kinetic energy to a devastating effect. Even being near a red cultist is enough to make a person sweat from the heat, or is it just their aggressive look? They wear red gloves, vestiges, pants, and headbands, a way to not limit their movement. The higher the cultist rank, the more they will implement tones of red into their designs. So you just see a couple of rowdy red cultists come stumbling out of the bar, talking about whatever dudes that stumble out of the bar talk about. You're muted.
All right.
You were muted.
Yeah, I saw your lips moving, Araj, but you were muted.
Oh, I was actually talking to my spouse.
Oh, okay.
That's why
I
I was
thought you were.
muted.
I thought you were telling me I was muted. I was like, all I said so far was, how did you know?
However,
Yeah, as we see these cultists stumbling out, I think Artur in the silver cloak is going to walk up to them with a flask in hand.
What do you say when you approach?
He just nods at them, comrades. I've been reassigned due to the recent fall of the Silver District, but no one told me where to go to get outfitted.
Give me persuasion. Actually, give me deception.
It's the same check for me, so I'm not gonna. I don't mind either way. Let's see. 13 on the die, and I think I add 11 to that now.
Oh, Jesus Christ on a cracker.
Oh, sorry. I add 13 to that now. That's a 26.
Ranger.
What even is this?
Ranger.
Fey Wanderer lets me add my wisdom to all charisma checks,
Mhm.
and I have expertise in deception and persuasion.
What even is this?
I believe they call him the Face Man.
You are a charlatan. So he just kind of grumbles at you and points towards the far back of the district where you can see the bright glowing of the Master Forge, and tells you can get your vestments there.
If you'd be willing to accompany me, I'll make it worth your while. A couple of extra drinks at the tavern.
They look at each other and look back at you and look at each other. You hear them whispering. One of the things that they whisper, something about keeping the ladies waiting. Is it a good idea? But coin and extra drinks. Some back and forth banter. How much is a couple?
I mean, I'd say at least enough to put each of you and your friends under the table.
All right, we'll walk you there, and that's it.
All right. And I'm gonna glance back over my shoulder at the rest of the group and try to give him a thumbs up behind my back.
Should we follow him?
I think so.
It was not a plan that was discussed, so I guess so.
We should
We
do
didn't
it.
discuss
We
a
should do it
plan.
in a way they can't tell. She's gonna try and follow them away from the others, but also kind of with the others.
One thing,
Mm-hmm.
we know where they're going. We saw him pointing. What if we
Yeah.
kind of tried to get around a block and intercept them rather than following behind?
That's
wanna-
why
smart.
I'm not the leader.
I like it.
Let's go with it.
So you want to catch them off guard instead, huh?
Yeah.
It's just two of them, and they're pretty shit-faced, so they shouldn't be too much for you to handle.
Yeah.
I think we should still follow his brilliant plan.
I'd prefer to, come at them head on rather than running up behind them.
Apply directly to the forehead.
Well, they project energy beams, so I'm okay with the stealthiness.
They radiate some pretty asshole energy, I'll say it.
What?
Already a shillelagh.
So you want to try to cut them off, beat them there since they're inebriated and probably not as fast as they could be if they weren't?
Yeah.
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 Sure. I'll say you can do that. The forge is deep in the district, so it's a couple blocks back from where you are. So I would say you can choose one person to roll flat dex, and if it's above what I want it to be above, then you'll beat them there.
Just a flat dex?
Flat dex.
I've probably got a better dex than anybody else.
Yes.
Can I try to make a dex check to get low enough and give them advantage?
No, cheaters.
Hey, it's almost impossible for me. I've got a 20 dex.
I've got a dirty 20.
Ooh.
Go for
A
it.
dirty 20. All right. Yeah, so you can beat them. You get there just a hair before they do.
So if we're coming in from a cross street, I think it would be advantageous to try and pull them into the cross street.
And I have something for you as well.
They have something for us.
No, I have something for you. Some music.
Oh,
Ooh.
I thought for sure it was going to be the roll for initiative music. But okay.
No. Here in a minute, probably.
that'd work.
So, yeah, let me kick it down just a notch. It's not too loud. All right. So you get there
Aw.
before they do, and you're able to intercept them. And your plan, you said, is to kind of pull them off in the little cutoff alley there.
Well, yeah. I thought I would kind of move forward and kind of stumble into them a little drunkenly, acting myself. And then as soon as I'd stumbled into them, spin and throw one of them towards the alley and then grab onto the other one.
Right. I would think that would be easy enough. Like, as I said, they're inebriated, so.
They're like, hey,
Okay.
fellas, look at that.
Let's do it. Let's roll some initiative.
All right.
Oh, that's terrible. It's only a 17.
Oh, yeah.
Holy, am I surprised?
Are you surprised?
Yes, by my compatriot's sudden appearance.
I wouldn't think. Probably not. I would.
Okay.
Could you not communicate it?
I mean, Artur had no idea what they were going to do. He was just like, I did my part. I made it
I
up
think
on
you've
the
come
spot,
to
but I
expect
did it.
shenanigans, though.
Yeah,
You
I
should have come to
think
expect shenanigans.
Artur should know his compatriots well enough by now that if Araj is leading a plan, that it's nothing
Fair.
but shenanigans on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Raj lives for shenanigans.
Sir Robin. Okay. So there's just two of them. You guys got the first round of initiative because you did surprise them. So you surprised them, but not Artur. So you'll all go first, and then
Yeah.
we'll start it all over again. This unit, you're at the top this time.
Yep. I am just going to use the non-spiky part of my club, ironically, to try and knock one of these guys just unconscious so I can take his stuff. Is that a strength check?
Sure.
Oh, wow. That's a natural one.
Oh.
Well, at least you get another chaos coin. So, all right. So that'll be the end of your turn. Artur, it's your turn.
Artur is just gonna stab him. You know, he sees his compatriots jump out. He's like, shit's going wild. Right in the back with his rapier. That's a dirty 20 to hit. I'm going to say with the guy I was negotiating with originally.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right. That'll be 12 damage.
All right. Is that EOT for you?
That's EOT for me. Actually, no, I'll bonus action Hex. Or not Hex,
Okay.
Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Just the guy, just-
Holy shit.
Hunter's Mark it is. Mirage,
I
your
mean-
turn.
All right. I think I'm going to stick with Scimitar for the moment and
Okay.
Shield. And I'm going to slash at the one that Artur just hit and try and intersperse myself with him. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Where's that D6? There we go. 11 points of slashing damage. And I want to try and do with a bonus action unarmed strike.
Okay.
Oh, 16 hit.
16 does hit. What was your damage from the first one? I'm sorry.
11. 16 does hit, so I need my D4. Awesome. There we go. That's 3 plus 2 is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Fantastic. Is that EOT for you, sir?
That is EOT.
Okay. Poggle.
Puggle will take out his shillelagh that he's holding already in his hand,
Props,
yay. And he's gonna bonk on the head.
Fuck him on the head then.
A shillelagh named Mjolnir.
17 to hit.
17 will hit.
10 points of magical bludgeoning. Is he down?
How much damage did you do?
10.
10. No, not down yet.
Okay, then I'm going to use my extra attack feature and bonk again.
Okay.
Natural 12. And it was normal damage, just doubled.
Yep. Double your whatever your damage to roll out, and then 16.
Okie dokie. I'm just gonna do this. That'll be 8. So 16.
And that is enough to kill him.
Non-lethal. It was
Enough to knock him out. Enough to knock him out. Yep, you just bumped him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes down. And he just snores loudly. And it's like a large goose egg raises off of his head and the little birds chirp around it, you know?
Looney Tunes-esque. I love it.
All right, Sir Robin, bringing it up
All
the
right.
rear.
There's one left. I am going to do attacks. Ooh. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
All right, then one of my attacks hit. And this is going to be 13 points of damage.
He is still standing. Okay. Is that EOT for you?
Yeah, I'll let those at the top of the order finish them off.
All right. So that was your surprise round. We'll start back at the top with them now in initiative. This unit, it is your turn again.
Okay, I'm going to turn the bat around because obviously trying to do it the non-lethal way doesn't work. and then I'm just going to try to club this remaining guy.
Okay.
Wow, it's going to be that kind of a night. I see. Okay, that's a 9.
9 doesn't hit.
No, he swerves out of my way. I'm just swinging a miss here all night.
Whatever dice you're using, you need to burn in a fire.
It's the online dice, okay? I'll
It's
go
the
back to
digital dice. Yeah, it's the curse of the digital dice. Get rid of them damn thing.
Use a different site. You gotta.
Yeah,
I'll use my baby poop colored dice next time. We'll see what happens. But
this is my favorite ones. It's been working pretty good for me, so I'm gonna keep using it.
This is my favorite one. It's been working pretty good for me.
That's pretty good. All right. So this unit, you whiffed it. So Artur, it's your turn.
All right. Artur is going to bonus action move that Hunter's Mark to the guy who's still standing and finish him off.
All right.
22 to hit.
Yep.
$18 damage.
Lethal or non?
Lethal.
Oh yeah, he dies.
Yeah. And then I used my bonus action. End of turn.
Okay. So that will clear you. There's 2 red cultist attires there, but you're not far from the forge if you want to continue on. They don't have much else. They mostly fight with their fists. So no weapons, just their cultist attire.
Or anything indicating of their magical abilities on them?
Yeah, a little red crystal in each of their pockets.
Ooh.
Taking those.
All right.
Standard strength crystals.
So
Yeah,
one of us already has a red cloak. Who do we give these two to?
Artur, I'll speak. Artur will speak up. I can still just go requisition one at the forge. It seems my deception went over pretty well with these two. I don't see why it wouldn't there. I could even perhaps requisition 2 outfits. That way I have a spare.
Well, without doing some alterations, someone else should wear them.
Okay. I'll take one.
I don't know if this is going to be big enough for me.
Well, it's
I'll be
supposed to show a
fine.
lot of skin. It looks like the outfit's supposed to show a lot of skin poggle, so it should be fine.
Yeah, it's just like a red belly shirt.
You don't even look. I mean, you could skip the bottoms and just Winnie the Pooh it.
Yeah.
Like a sports bra and toggle. It's down to here.
Yeah.
I think
Toggle
this
it
is
around.
He's a ranger, not a commando.
He has the white boxes with the red hearts on them. I think I'm ready to go.
In a red crop top and a short red cape, just ready to go, huh?
He puts on the cultist robes. It kind of appears to be a kimono at mid thigh.
Oh,
Love how
shit.
it's just changing in length every single time.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so you're
It
not
just gets
far from the
slightly
forge.
shorter.
So
I
I guess
assume
that
you're
leaves
probably-
Anaj and Sir Robin without their disguise.
Yep. Well, Sir
Well,
Robin
Sir
has
Robin's
his
the guy
cape.
with red cloak.
Yep, his
Mhm.
red cloak. Yep.
I'll just, keep behind Poggle and Sir Robin until he gets in there.
I mean, I could also just sneak into the forge and try to steal us a few.
Oh,
If you
right.
want.
That would fit.
That sounds like a smart thing to do. I don't know if we have time for that.
All right, we got time for that. Why not?
All right.
Never had time for being smart in the entire life.
Well, that's why Artur's the one being smart.
Yeah, Artur's good at the sneak attack.
Yeah, we'll be back up just in case.
Yeah, just stay within yelling distance, please.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your sneak, Arthur.
All right. Cool, that's pretty good.
How loud can a stealthy man yell?
Very.
What do you got?
This is stealth. That's a 26.
Okay. All right, so you approach the Master Forge. Deep
Yeah.
within the district sits the Master Forge, a massive building with open walls and a high roof supported by large pillars. The center of the roof is open to both let out heat and smoke. Within are 6 full-size forges that burn day and night, where the cultists are hard at work crafting and repairing both armor and weapons. In between the forges are racks laden with smith's tools and numerous troughs of water for quenching smoldering steel. Hammers hang from iron racks that dangle from chains attached to the roof high above. The sound of ringing steel and heaving billows can be heard at all times of the day and night, and the heat that radiates from the forge can be felt almost a block away.
Feels like summer here.
It's very, very warm, yes.
Yeah, I think
It's quite pleasant, actually.
on it. Artur's still got the silver cloak on, hood up, and I think he's just like sticking to the edges of the crowds, like kind of hiding in groups as he moves up to the forge. And then I think he just tries to wait for a second where someone's attention is to the side and slips right in.
You'll notice that the cultists that are at work here are dressed slightly different. They wear the same red garb as the other cultists of the area, but an additional layer of oxblood stained leather hide as a means of protection from both the spray of sparks and sharp weapons. They also carry a variety of tools along their belt, including a set of smith's tongs and a large smith's hammer. They can often be found working one of the forges, using their aptitude for fire magic to craft weapons and armor.
All right. Yeah. Do I see anybody who looks like they're sort of working like in an isolated area?
No, each smith is accompanied by a forge elemental.
All right.
They appear humanoid in their upper torso, but without legs. It moves across the ground, often leaving a wake of ash wherever they go, the elementals. They appear to be made of a mix of slag and rocks, with cracks of magma visible underneath, becoming more apparent at joints and wherever the elemental moves. It lends heat to the fire of the forges and helps any who labor there defend themselves in the name of Kathakok. They are... These elementals bring all the fury of fire and slag to bear against any who would interrupt the work of the smith.
You need to find the cloakroom.
Yes, I think this maybe a bit more trouble than I expected to steal from here. I'm going to look around and see if I see anybody who looks like a quartermaster or anything
Not
to
necessarily.
approach.
Pretty much each of the major forge masters that are at one of the 6 would be able to offer you that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just going to approach the forge master who's closest to the entrance.
Sure. Go for it.
Master Smith. And I incline my head.
Talk quickly, I'm working.
Reassigned after the Silver District was cleared. Need new raiments.
Oh, there's a crate just over there, and he points just at the end of his workstation area.
All right,
Should
so-
find what you need there.
All right, so thank you, sir. And I'm gonna just go over to the crate and try to slyly grab 3 outfits instead of 1.
Yeah, you can do. He told you to go to the crate, so he's not.
Yeah,
He knows he's not really going to pay attention to what you're grabbing.
yeah.
You're
I'll
in
just
color,
grab.
so you're not too
Yeah,
out of the.
I'll just grab 3 outfits and head down to where I left the rest of the party.
I assume 1 short for Raj.
Yeah, 1 small, 1
Poggle.
small, 1 large for Poggle, 1 normal sized for me.
Perfect. You could do so very easily. You had a pretty decent stealth to get in and out.
All right.
It's a much nicer
yeah.
color than
He-
silver.
He rejoins the group. Raj, I think this will fit you. Poggle, this should fit you.
This is
And
my
then, of
favorite
course,
pick so
for
far.
myself. And then after Artur puts on his new outfit, he turns around, turns his back to Araj. It still looks good, right? I know the cloak did a lot more for me, but it's not bad.
It's not as good.
I know,
Maybe
I
you
know.
if you took it in a little bit near the hips,
And Artur's gonna try to do his best to take it in with like a stick and a piece of rope that he finds.
Just twisting it a little tighter at the waist.
Exactly.
He falls on it.
As you're changing in the alleyway, coming from the forge behind you, you hear an angry sounding roar and some yelling as it sounds like whoever is actually in charge of this district was very unpleased with something somebody inside did. It's a very bestial roar rather than a humanoid style roar. Still speaking common, but much more gruff. Maybe somebody you didn't see when you were inside Artur.
Can we understand what he said?
Yeah, he's just bitching somebody out for messing something up.
Oh.
But they're volatile. They're very angry.
You failed me for the last time. 2 hours without pay.
If it's bestial in nature, can I roll a nature check to see if it's like specifically close to like a feline or canine or something else?
More bovine.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a talking cat.
yeah,
Like a
exactly.
minotaur kind of thing.
I am not sure if you called them a cow, they'd be very happy.
it's a Minotaur.
Yes. It is a minotaur. You are correct.
Oh, great.
Ah, shit.
Pseudokin. Looking forward to that.
So, as you've noticed through this district, it's very active. A lot of working cultists. Probably going to take you some time to clear it out. Where do you choose to start? You've got the tavern, the Ancient Captain. You've got a bakery, glass blower, and then the Master Forge, which you're about a block away from.
I don't want to go to the glass forge because if we end up destroying it, it'll bother me.
Did you say bakery?
I was gonna say bakery as well.
Uh-oh.
I hope there's treats there.
The bakery's back near where the Ancient Captain is. The front wall of the bakery is entirely glass, with a set of small wooden stools acting as pedestals to hold and display delicious baked goods to attract and entice the passerbys. During his growth beneath the city, Kathakok developed a taste for sweets that has carried on. The local baker, Rags A. Muffkin, has been kept alive by the cultists that they might continue their baking delectables. Their only comfort is that under the rule of Kathakok, their work has a higher level of appreciation, though they are worked to the bone for it. Once you arrive to the bakery, it opens into a small room with a long table near the entrance that stretches to touch the adjacent wall, cutting the room unevenly in half. A thin panel of clear glass sits over the full span of the table, covering a perfectly placed and proportioned row of cupcakes displayed underneath its surface. In the rest of the room behind this table are rows of open shelves and smaller tables, each adorned with their own baked goods, from small biscuits to tiered cakes of odd but wonderful designs, all decorated with sprinkles, ribbons, and eye-catching attachments. The planked wooden walls are elegantly decorated with streamers of silk ribbon in red, blue, and pink that are stretched between tiny bows, where they have been tied to the nails in the wall, with more that scattered down like jungle vines from beams in the ceiling.
This place is oddly festive.
Yeah.
The baker is a halfling non-binary sapiosexual named Rags A. Muffkin. He is renowned for his sweet shop and producing some of the finest cakes and pastries in the entire city. Bright-eyed with curly blonde hair on head and foot alike, Rags appreciates nothing more than a celebration of their work. This has made their enslavement by the cultist somewhat more bearable, as Kathakok does have a giant love for sweets. Even while forced to work ragged, they are comforted in knowing that at least their work is appreciated. Rags always wears an apron over their waistcoat, sleeves rolled up to their elbows, and hands dusted in flour.
Is there something along outside that says like who owns it, like that, so that we know that his name is Muffkin?
I'm sure his little signs and things, since he's very proud, or his little business cards or whatever he has.
Okay.
Say
So
somewhere.
he stops everybody before they go in and goes, "First, I have to ask, does anybody know this Muffkin man?"
No, but I'd like to.
All right, and that's where the session ends tonight, gang.
Just a
we can't
point of order.
top that. Playtest is over.
Just a point of order. You said that Muffkin's identified as non-binary, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is correct.
Alrighty.
Do we see them in here?
Looks like they're furiously baking away, working on something behind the counter. Several open projects started, some bread that's rising, some icing being mixed, some fresh sprinkles laid out where they're getting ready to get chopped up, things like that. All different kinds of stuff. Kind of like a one individual masterpiece back there of chaos. You know, any baker's kitchen while they're in process of baking.
Is there a... Are you... I was expecting more. Are you okay?
More? What more can you expect? I have cakes, I have scones, I have cupcakes, I have pies, I have cheesecakes, I have hand pies. I even have these nice meat pies. They're a little on the sweet side, but they still taste all right. What can you expect more?
Cultist, sacrificial circle, you know.
I would never. How dare you disgrace establishment.
As far as what I wouldn't mind for more, a couple of tarts wouldn't be out of hand.
Well, you're
Maybe
standing
a few scones.
Ooh, a good scone's hard to get.
I have
Yes,
blueberry ones
Oh, where? I don't see them.
on the tray with the scones, and they point to a big pile of
Hey.
different scones.
Oh, well, I stand corrected.
Is a large angry minotaur one of your regular customers?
Occasionally a customer, but not so fragile in my bakery when he comes in. Kind of like a bull in a china shop.
So how long have you worshipped Kathakok?
I do no such thing. I'm simply employed, gainfully employed.
Wait, Archer, I have an idea.
So,
What does the minotaur like? And we'll have like 3 of it.
You want to buy something for the Minotaur?
I do. He's having a bad day, and I think we could help him out.
Yeah, you should have heard him.
Meat pies and blackberry cheesecake.
I'll have 1 of each in a box, please.
That will be 6 coppers.
I just give him a gold coin because I don't want to figure it out.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
The equivalent of paying with a $10 bill instead of 60 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So you buy this unit. Artur, there are some blueberry lemon scones and also some cranberry orange.
You know, I'm not actually in the mood for a scone. They look a bit dry.
You are very
Artur,
intelligent.
you need to be nice. He's being nice to us.
They
They are being nice to us.
If you don't have anything else you'd like to buy, please exit this shop.
There is one thing.
What?
I want to buy your silence.
My
You're not here
silence?
willingly. You're not here willingly, are you?
Well, yes and no. Did I want cultists to overrun the district? No. Do I enjoy the continued cash flow? Yes.
so you benefit off of the disenfranchisement of those that are unfortunate. That's good to know.
Well,
There's nothing wrong with a little capitalist exploitation.
some of us had to figure out our own
There's a
ways.
lot wrong with capitalist exploitation.
I'm a one individual show. I don't exploit anybody but my own. And he holds up his hand and he's missing a finger. My own 9 fingers.
See?
now, see, I am after something, you know. I'm after asking, what would you recommend if I were to eat anything in the shop?
Well, it depends. Are you hungry, or are you in the mood for dessert? Are you having a gathering? What are you in the mood for? Something
Well,
sweet,
I'm
something savory,
incredibly hungry.
and
and-
probably one of these meat pies and a nice lemonade.
That sounds lovely. And the second thing, you know, I'm going to be busy for quite a while, but I was also after wondering, when I'm done, would you be free for a drink?
I haven't had a drink in a while. Only if it's in the evening, because I'm less busy at that time.
Well, certainly. You name the time.
Well, I'll see you around then.
You will. And I'm going to take my meat pie and lemonade and go sit outside on the corner and eat them.
Fantastic. What about the rest of you rudelings?
I go outside with him after giving Artura a bit of a dirty look. Well, as much as she can give a look without actual eyes. But, and then she's going to look at Araj and go, I think I can distract him with the food while you guys do something smart and stealthy. It's half a plan. It's the beginning of a plan.
Some plan is better than no.
This encounter raises some concerns for me, actually. The civilians in the city who seem happy with the way things are, or at least satisfied.
It is a bit odd, especially considering they made a lot of dessert goods, and I know those don't last very long. So
Yes.
there must be a lot of people that are coming in here and purchasing. So they have their own economy working in here. That's a lot of people.
Are we? And he leans into Poggle. Are we overthrowing a sovereign nation?
Well, it's not sovereign. They, kind of overthrew people who were peaceful and kind and who didn't want any violence, but they are actively seeking violence. So,
But I mean,
wouldn't say
it
that this
seems
is
like-
a sovereign nation.
It does feel like there are more cultists than there are people in the resistance.
That's because
And they
all
did
know
say-
most of the
resistance at all.
They did say the cultists grew from within the city, so is this a decision the city made, and then we're just helping those who didn't want it?
I smack Artur upside the head.
They're being ruled by a tentacle monster. I don't think that would probably be somebody's first choice.
Artur, we just came from a necrotic hellscape before getting here. Did you forget that? Do you think that that's part of the plan of a normal city?
I mean, what kind of a country?
I
would
don't
elect
think
a
we should be
chaotic
judging
monster?
cities based on if they're normal or not, and based on whether their rulers are giant tentacle monsters.
Really? That's your line in the sand?
I mean, my question generally
known
comes
some-
down
I've
to,
known
did
some
the
quite
people vote
kind-
for Catholic?
That's what I'm wondering. Did these cultists vote for Catholic? And
Or is it
and the
that
ones on the
whole
outs?
evil tentacle monster mind control thing at work?
Yeah, I would say that if it was just normal, like they had their own idea of what they were doing and what they were voting for, then I would probably be on our side. But we did see that it did literally control our minds and force us to fight each other. So
We're an invading force.
Artur,
against evil.
literally, the stories that I heard before I even came to the city was that it was violently overthrown. That is why I am here right now.
I mean, nobody would
Oh,
ever elect a
Wait,
giant monster that would work against all of their basic needs and
Well, I
leave them in a
mean,
worse condition than when they started. What kind of a country would do that?
I will have you know damn it. Anyway, I will have you know that the cultists that follow Catholic joined willingly because they were drawn to the power possessed by Catholic. It was an immense amount of power when it was still small, but as it grew, so did the power and the ability for it to overthrow the district. So the cultists that are under Catholic very much support the rule and the reign. It's the people that didn't join the cult that don't.
Amber
I mean, I'm
waves
still down to
flame.
overthrow the city. I just want to make sure if we're being immoral about it, we're
Well, I mean,
honest.
so the baker's more like an Elon Musk figure. So if you mean we're going to do that kind of, he's not evil. He just took advantage of the situation.
Well, I mean,
I can't argue with the logic. I can't argue with the logic.
Like, it sounds like the cultists willingly gave the city over to Kathakok. This was an uprising of the people with opportunity.
I'm still down with killing the tentacle monster.
Yes, don't get me wrong. I'm still 100% down with murder. I just want to make sure we know we're being... who we're being.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to feel bad about killing Nazis.
I mean, have you met me?
Yes.
yeah, we're good friends at this point.
I
don't
think
know
I
why
don't have any problem with killing.
I literally live to meet the expectations of my employers. So
Fair.
Yeah. That's called working.
yeah,
I
but I'm
think-
thinking to enjoy it.
That's a disease.
Wow, going into that bakery has completely changed the.
Yeah. we met our first citizen. We met our first citizen. Or civilian, that's the word.
Oh,
Personally, I think it's worth saving the red district just so I can have a date.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We're no longer doing this for peace. We're doing this for a Raj's date.
Might be a piece.
I would like to get a large, heavy glass ball for
One
my
can hope.
club.
A
What is
large
happening?
heavy glass what?
Ball.
Ball.
So,
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Hit
I
with your club.
put it at the top of the club.
oh!
Just glue it on top of the club.
I thought you said bong.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Wow. Now that you mention it,
That was my
it's
musical
a
instrument in
little
high
more-
school.
I can't get intoxicated, but I mean, I'm going to go with the ball. That sounds like it does more
I
damage.
mean, I've never heard of pot killing anybody, but maybe a ball.
It just doesn't do.
Seen that ad for the unbreakable ones? Maybe.
It's like some roar glass, right? Anyway,
So how are we getting rid of this Minotaur?
yeah, the Minotaur's going to be our third one. He is surrounded by elementals and Smith cultists.
I was just telling Raj that I have half a plan. I bought these foods so that we could distract him. I'll act like a really nice, employee person and distract him with the food while you guys do something destructive.
Oh, I thought you were gonna poison them. So that's fine too.
That's actually better. That's better.
Do any of us have poison?
No.
Silver District's just down the street. We could get some rotting flesh.
Something tells me that might already be part of his diet.
Fair, yeah.
Do I have something that could be poison? Actually, maybe I do.
I mean, if we had a fire drake around, we could extract poison from its venom gland, but not
I don't have any of those in my pocket to allow you to do so.
yeah, it's not really just that easy.
Well,
What about the encampment? Do you think they have just like strychnine lying around?
maybe a little cyanide.
Yeah.
I can actually. I was working on a little something, and I think I have an answer to our problems if that's what we're looking for.
I like it, yeah.
Let's see, does this work, or is this... Or is it just... Oh, well, no, it has... Never mind. I was gonna do summon beast, but I need a 200 gold piece fucking flower.
Oh,
Wah, wah.
Never mind. I'm good.
Okay, DGM, I have a question.
Yes.
If I were to sprinkle the dust of sneezing and choking onto the baked goods, could they consume it and have the effect, or does it have to be thrown into the air?
I don't know if you've ever seen a bovine eat, but their nose moves with their mouth, so things kind of get kicked up, right? So it probably would work.
Besides, their noses are all wet. It would stick to that and be right there. And just
Okay.
Oh,
I've got half a plan now.
And they don't lick it.
3/4. So I can put this dust onto the baked goods, and then when he attacks it with his nose, then it'll come out and hit him and the people around him. Okay, that's
That
as far
sounds
as
like
I
a plan.
Do you think minotaurs like beef?
Probably.
I mean, who doesn't?
Probably.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
cows do.
much like your pizza
Cows
places
will eat
feed
it.
pigs to pigs. So
There's a whole reason the UK can't donate blood in America.
What do you mean, a bovine spongiform encephalitis?
Wow.
well,
Yeah,
we're attacking with long-term diseases today. Right? Tetanus, encephalitis.
Just
Mad cow disease.
tell me what the dust does again, because I don't have it in front of me.
Sure. You can use an action to throw a handful of dust into the air, and you and each creature that needs to breathe within 30 feet of it must succeed a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or become unable to breathe while sneezing uncontrollably. A creature affected in this way is incapacitated and suffocating. As long as it is conscious, a creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn, ending the effect on its success. The lesser restoration spell can also end the effect on a creature. I don't
You
know.
don't have to breathe, so you should be able to just walk up and throw in his face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly, I think
doesn't affect me at all.
that,
But
that might work better. Just throw it at them and then we shoot them a bunch.
Yeah.
oh, well, all right. What do I do with these baked goods then?
We eat them.
Yeah, celebration.
I
Okay,
will
there you
tell
go.
you
How
That
much
if
sugar
you-
do we have to make it equal the casting of haste?
if you go into combat in the forge now, we do not have enough time left in the session to finish it, so we will pause mid-combat. If that is what you want to do. If not, he's your final boss. That's your boss battle.
I'm thinking we need a better plan. Well, a more developed
A
plan.
full plan, yeah.
should we go to the tavern and get more information then?
Yeah,
You
That's
said
the
so.
thing I've heard all day.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, the tavern.
You think they'll have games?
They might.
Okay,
The
for fun?
Ancient Captain is the name of the tavern. It's pretty near to the bakery. It is mostly open spaces with tables and chairs clinging tightly to the corners of the room in towering piles to clear the empty space. The center of the room is illuminated by broken shafts of shimmering golden gray light shining through 3 wide cracks in the tavern's high ceiling, reminiscent of a terrible monster's assault. The long bar in the front corner is littered with dust, shards of glass, and small splatters and pools of blood long since dried and began to crust and flake away. On the right from the entrance, a winding staircase leads up to what you suspect are rooms on the upper floor, and despite being heavily damaged and missing sections of the staircase, it is still functional, if done cautiously. The rooms are in similar state of dishevelment, and while some appear to be recently lived in, most are covered in clouds of dust surrounded by musty air. The barkeep of the Ancient Captain. Once you step in, you will see Dane, a transgender male gay dark elf tavern owner and bartender. Keen-eyed middle-aged drow, Dane is a bartender of the Ancient Captain. He inherited the tavern and has worked there all his life. Dane's keen scarlet eyes catch everything that transpires beneath these walls. His gray hair is kept cropped short, revealing the numerous piercings in both of his ears. He not only tends to all who seek food, drink, and rest beneath... You didn't have to send the duck out yet.
That's right.
Yes, where was I? Oh, all right. I'm going to repeat back. His gray hair is kept cropped short, revealing the numerous piercings in both of his ears. He not only tends to all who seek food, drink, and rest beneath his roof, but he is also a pertinent seller of information. His knowledge of the inner workings of the city and those who once dwelt there, as well as his services in providing food and drink, have made him a valuable asset to the cultists. He has remained behind, gathering what intel he might in hopes of aiding any who might be so lucky as to make it as far as the ancient captain in reclaiming the city.
Are there other cultists in here at the moment?
A few.
Pago, when they enter, just to because these guys are a little bit more violent.
Rowdy.
Pago is going to kind of deepen his chest so it resonates a little bit louder into a deep hum. Wants to hum the music that haunted the group when that monkey started playing not that long ago.
Oh.
He just wants to hum that deeply.
That is a terrifying song about a murderer.
You think they know it? Is it like a bar song?
Maybe. I don't know.
There are tavern games, by the way.
Yes.
You asked, so I have provided. 3 of them.
Definitely on board.
There is Guess the Feathers on the Cockatrace, the Almirage Ring Toss, and Outstare the Cyclops.
Oh.
Oh. I've got this. I can totally do this. You think there's really good prizes?
I bet there are.
Excellent. Because I don't even have eyes. Okay,
So where's
I go up to the thing. I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'd like-
outstare the
wait.
car,
Or the Cyclops.
the Cyclops.
Yeah, so in one of the corners where some of the stuff has been cleared out and moved off, you see a giant Cyclops sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor. And both of his hands seem to be tied to posts near him to keep him from doing anything outrageous, like ripping the roof off any more than it already is. And to outstare him, whoever blinks first loses. To win the game, you must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution check. If you win 1 ticket for your prize.
Okay, now I do have to point out the rather inconvenient fact that I don't actually blink.
Well,
You don't
Free
have to tell
ticket.
them that.
no cheating. These games don't allow cheating.
This
It's a
unit doesn't have
biological
eyelids.
Advantage.
No-
It's a natural advantage.
No extra advantages or spells. Flat out.
All right.
Constitution. DC
All right.
14 Constitution.
Man.
The Cyclops stares at you so long that your face just crumbles.
I mean, the really hard part is being that close to his breath.
Yeah, maybe my goggles blink out. All right, let's do it. What is it again?
DC 14 con check, not save.
All right, I'm gonna use my poop dice here. Here we go. Nope. The problem is me. That would be a 8. Yeah.
Wah wah.
Oh.
As soon as I get them, I just like my goggles can't handle it. They fog
Yep.
over.
They fog over from the heat from his hot.
Artur says,
Which
I'll give it a
deeply
try.
disappoints me. I'm really bummed.
Artur goes to give it a try.
Okay.
Damn, that's an 11.
Womp womp. Anybody else want to try to outstare the Cyclops?
Oh yeah, so Raj wants to try.
All right, Araj.
So you like it here or what?
I like it well enough.
Oh, so you like the ropes?
And sometimes the chains.
That's a 19 plus numbers. Constitution, so plus 7. Yeah.
All right.
26.
When you win, you see this sort of illusion fade away. And sitting there, crisscross applesauce, staring at you, is a big, toothy, grinned goblin. Definitely not a Cyclops. And he hands you a little golden ticket and just winks and brings the illusion back up.
I'm going to take my golden ticket and go get myself a drink.
All right.
I've played a game.
It's all lies.
I want to give it a try.
You want to outstare the Cyclops?
Sure do.
All right.
I am going to come up to him, and since intimidation and bravado is the name of the game in the Red District, I'm going to get very close to the Cyclops and roll a 16 for my Constitution.
And you smell rancid meat breath when you get very close. And your closeness makes them blink, and you see the little goblin, who's definitely not even really tied to the post. And he just gives you a golden ticket and says, shh, and the illusion goes back up.
Yeah, great.
This
Can
place
I
is
try?
rigged.
It's rigged,
Can I
you
try
say.
and count the feathers on the cockatrice?
Sure. To count the feathers on the cockatrice, it's in a cage hanging, near the bar. There's like a little jar below it where you toss in, your guesses or your tickets, whatever gathering, stuff that they do, but they're not using it right now. You get 3 tries to guess the number of feathers on the cockatrice. You answer correctly with a successful DC 18 intelligence check. If you win on the first try, you get 2 tickets. If you win anywhere in, the other ones, you just get 1.
And just so I know, a cockatrice is like
A bird.
rooster?
Yeah, kind of.
It's like if a wyvern had a rooster's head.
And
Yeah, it's like a
there's-
battle. It's like a battle chicken.
That whole turning into stone thing is just a side effect.
Mhm.
Cockatrice make you hard.
I will try it.
All right. DC 18 intelligence check.
7 on the first one.
Want, want.
Oh, come on. It was a natural 20 and then rolled over
No.
on the second.
Third and final. Let's see if you get it.
Oh, God. That jumped everywhere. 7. No.
Nope. The little sign that hangs from the cockatrice's page reads, "Birds of a feather? How about feathers of a bird? Step right up and guess how many feathers festoon this fiendish fowl.
Oh, it's in a cage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll step up and after you.
You want to try it? Okay. DC 18. Intelligence. What you got, Chip?
Oh, sorry. I thought this unit was going first. My bad.
One more.
19.
This unit has a much bit
19.
worse plan.
All right. So you win it on the first try. 469 feathers was the right guess. Good job, Artur. And you get 2 tickets.
Now can I go?
And you see the cockatrice like pick some of its feathers out, an undisclosed number.
An undisclosed number. Okay, I'm going to try opening the cage.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, she's beginning to think this whole thing is rigged, so she thinks she might want to rig it back. But
Do it.
yeah, I'm going to try and unlock the cage.
Okay. It is a DC 22 lockpick to open the cage.
Well, I don't think that's possible for me to get, actually. Do I even
Game
have
good luck on this cockatrice cage.
Well, you have to
You can
keep your.
add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check you make that doesn't already include it. So I think that's already put in here,
Yeah.
right? And what am I rolling?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, actually. I have +5. Okay. So tonight I rolled a 1, a 3, a 5, and a 7. I'm going up by 2s. So that's a 12. So
You've got a
by the end
chaos
of the
coin.
night, I should be dead, is basically my expectation. No, I don't succeed on that. And I probably just rattle the cage. Should I roll for guessing the feathers anyway?
Yeah, if you want to try to guess still, you can.
This is going to be a 9. Nope, we're back to a 2.
You get 3 checks, 3 intelligences.
We're using a different die. We're going to use my dice with a cow in it.
Save that one for the Minotaur.
And that's a 17. Okay, so we're sticking with cow dice tonight.
Okay. Closer, but not quite.
Oh, it's a 19?
It's 18.
Oh, actually, that was 17 plus... No, nothing. Plus nothing.
Well, no, it's a check. It's an ability check.
Yep.
And you don't have proficiency in it, so
It's +1, so that'd be 18.
If that's how the numbers pan out, 18 meets
Yeah.
it. So you get 1
Yeah.
ticket.
1 ticket. Thank you. I'm sorry about the cage.
The little cockatrice just kind of like nips at you towards the edge of the cage there. The
Quite bad.
last
Ow.
tavern game available is the Almirage Ring Toss.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Poggle.
I mean, it's got a Raj right in the name.
It does.
And
Which
the
is
little
why Poggle
sign,
should do it.
the sign that hangs near it says, "The Almirage is no mirage. Adorn its horn with 2 or 3 rings to win a prize."
Oh, yeah.
This game involves tossing rings over the horn of a wooden statuette of an almirage, a cute bunny-like creature with a horn like a unicorn, if you don't know what it is. It teleports around on the tabletop, making it hard for success. You get to toss 3 rings. Tossing a ring over the horn requires a DC 17 dexterity check. 2 successful tosses earns you 1 ticket, and 3 successes earns you 2 tickets.
Okay, let me go back over here so I can get my dexterity.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, definitely.
0. I'm good.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely on board.
Oh, what the heck? It's all rigged anyway.
It sure
You
is.
won.
Can't beat the house.
It's free, and you won.
Whenever you're ready, Araj.
I'll throw the first one. Plus 5 is 19.
Okay? So that's
Second one, plus 5 is 17.
2 successes.
And 11.
All right,
2
so 2 successes. Yep, so you get 1 ticket.
Now I've got 2 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Anybody else want a ring toss?
I think Sir Robin was going next, right?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
All right.
Watch it, it moves around a lot.
Yeah, 4's not going to get it. 10's not going to get it. Another 10. Way too... I am not understanding this thing. Too crafty for me.
I'm
So
like,
none of your-
I come over and I pat you on the back in total sympathy.
It's okay. House cheats.
Archer will give it a shot. All right. That's a 19 on the die for the first one. That's a nat 20 on the die for the second. That's a nat 1 on the die for the third.
So you got 1, right?
I got 2. 19,
2.
19
So
plus
one
whatever.
ticket.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Yeah, 2
I-
successes.
Yeah,
I'm actually
1
going to close my eyes and just throw the ring.
Okay, go for it.
That's an 11, so a miss. Problem with my cow dice is the things aren't colored in. 14, that's a miss. A miss, I think, right? What do you need to get it?
17. Yeah.
Miss all 3 times.
At least they were
House
double
key.
digits.
And the second one wasn't.
All right. So same as before when you were at the Gobble Inn. 1 ticket for a standard prize, 2 tickets for a special prize.
Archer, we can hear you rolling.
Okay. So if you want to cash them in, 1 ticket standard prize, 2 tickets for extra special prize.
Oh yeah,
I'll go
extra
up and get
special
my-
prize.
Stupid standard prize.
All right. This unit, you got 1 ticket, right?
Yep.
All right.
Give me
Roll
my
a
stuff from my collection. Roll D20.
D8.
Roll a date.
Oh, no.
No, that's for you once this campaign is over.
Oh, that's right.
There we go. 4.
All right. You get a bottle of wine. When you open the bottle, it plays fancy dancing music whenever it's uncorked and there is still liquid inside. Once you drink it all, then it doesn't do shit.
Singing bottle of wine.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
I'll cash in for 1 standard, 1 special.
1 standard, 1 special. So 2d8.
All right. First D8 is a 7.
Okay. So that will
Second
be
D8 is also a 7.
all right. So your standard prize is a cuddly toy spider. As an action, you can stroke the spider and gain the benefit of Spider Climb spell. Once used, it turns into a real spider and crawls away. The special prize is a candlestick that makes candlelight to look like a tiny dancing fairy made of fire.
Cool.
That's super cute.
Arturo becomes Spider-Man.
I want to roll for an extra special.
Okay, 1d8.
2.
You get a pixie plushie that sings when you squeeze it.
Aw.
I have one of those.
You.
It sings a Marilyn Manson song.
Raj, I'll trade you this spider for that pixie. I'm collecting
I
fairy-themed
like that
prizes.
idea.
Yes, there you are. I'm collecting fairy-themed prizes, and I'm gonna pull out my whistle that only fairies can hear and blow it as hard as I can.
Yeah, nobody hears it.
No fairies in here? Damn.
Nope.
Just out of
What is
curiosity,
this?
is my bottle of wine play like 99 bottles of wine on the wall? Or is that
No,
It's
it
a-
plays. What? How do you say the word?
Ballroom dancing?
No, it's Hold on.
the macaroni?
It's a calliope. Calliope. It's kind of like a piano, but
Oh yeah, it's like what a merry-go-round sounds like.
yeah, just like that.
Oh, Calliope. Calliope,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep, that's the word.
Okay.
She was a goddess before she was a merry-go-round. What?
Does anybody else have tickets to cash in?
I can cash in one ticket.
Okay, D8.
I got 5.
You get a. Oh, you're gonna love this one, Sir Robin. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's a realistic replica unicorn horn filled with candy.
More candy! Love it.
And a unicorn horn.
Okay, now I'm really bummed. And I can't even eat candy. It's just.
Do you
looks
want some of
cool.
my candy?
I can't eat it.
Just mash it onto your face.
That's okay. We could just.
So at
All
the
over your
tavern,
Look how cool it looks.
you can
Can I have
get.
the empty? Can I have the empty horn when you're done?
Yeah, I already have one, so you can have this one when I'm done. You can have the one that I'm already done with.
I'll trade you a Reese's Pieces for a shot of wine.
Yeah.
You don't even drink, Puggle. You're their designated sober friend.
No, that wasn't Poggle. That was Big B.
Oh. All right. So you're at the tavern. You can rent rooms. They're not the fanciest rooms. They only cost a couple of copper a night because they're pretty run down. Standard tavern fare: soup, bread, hard cheese, ale. Nothing really much stronger than that here because, they're still under tyrannical rule. So they make do with what they have. Pretty cheap. Everything costs in the coppers. Don't really give a shit about the actual cost. You're at the end of the campaign almost, so irrelevant.
Now,
So-
let me ask a question. Are they do they only have ale because they're under tyrannical rule, or is it because of all of the economic sanctions against them?
Well, your original supplier isn't able to import anymore because they cut off the trade with that place because they didn't like
Right.
the leaders there ran their nation. So now they just only have ale that's made locally.
Because
Gotcha.
France will not send wine to fascists.
And the ale is so bad they call it fail.
Close. It's pretty watered down to make it stretch.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go post up at the bar and start a conversation with Dale over an ale.
A fail ale.
Dane, the bartender
Or
Dane.
Dane, not Dale. Yeah.
Should be
Yeah.
Ah,
You can certainly do so. Do you ask him anything particular, or do you just sit down and say, hey, hi, how you doing? How's it go?
I think I bring up. So I'm new to the Red District. I was most recently spending time in Silver before it fell. And is there anything I should know about the leadership here?
And he kind of looks at you and asks you, friend or foe?
Well, hopefully a friend. But, who can know another's beliefs before
You're
before
dressed
discussion?
as a foe.
Oh, well then certainly friend.
Certainly, friend.
I wave my finger at him to lean in. We felled the Silver District, my friend.
Well, ale on me then. But if you're seeking to liberate the Red District, I fear it might be much more difficult, as these cultists are extremely ill-tempered and very, very spicy. And he kind of turns his face, and you see like this scar on his cheek with, it looks like knuckle imprints of a scar where maybe somebody with a fire fist punched him and left a little burn there.
It's all right. We've got some quite rage-filled, spicy friends of our own, and I point over at Araj.
The more spice, the better.
Yes.
What can I do for you?
Well, I could use a little information on the setup here in the district. Perhaps we could meet in one of my compatriots' rooms later, all of us, and discuss.
Sure. For the right amount of coin, of course.
Think about the influx of coin you'll have once the district is back to trading.
Yes, but see, if I just give my information away for free, what good of an information broker am I?
Oh, you're a broker. I thought you were just aligned with our cause. I completely understand then.
A little of both. While I much want to see the district liberated, I still am making a bit of coin while doing so. You see, this tavern, it's my inheritance, and I want to keep it up and running as long as possible.
What if I offered you a bit of labor in exchange for information? I could fix your stairs.
That would be marvelous. I'll tell you what. You spend the evening repairing the tavern, and I will provide you information with your breakfast.
Sounds like a deal. And Artur is going to skip his rest this evening to clean. I'll take the level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Do you want me
I'll
to make
help
any?
him since I only have to sit for 4 hours.
Do you want me to make any sort of check to see how well the repairs go or anything, or just going to call it like decent job?
I'm going to say, since you're skipping your rest and taking a level of exhaustion, that you are going to do it successfully.
Cool.
That's a fair trade. All right. So there you are. You have the evening to rest. Artur is going to do some work. I think this unit offered to assist since they only have to rest for 4 hours, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So it's just a couple of coppers each for the night. If you want to drink until late, you can do so. And that's where we'll leave it as you go into your final boss battle next week.
Woo-hoo.
All right. Let's do
Alrighty.
that. We do where we go around and tell everybody who we are, because we didn't do it at the beginning because I don't have a functioning brain. So, Christy, you're right next door to me, so you get to start us out this evening.
I am Christy. You can find me pretty much everywhere at Christy's Quill. Since now that whatchamacallit also has the ad at the beginning, Discord. I don't have anything exciting coming up yet, but I know that my compatriots do, so let's find out about theirs.
Sure. Araj, who have you been? You have been muted, friend.
Okay. Well, hi, I'm Rob. I play a Raj, and you can find me on Twitter at Cthulhu Rob or over on Discord, just about everywhere where gaming's happening. And you can also find me on Saturday night playing Murder Hobo Incorporated game over on their YouTube channel. I don't know. I think that's about it, really.
Fantastic. Chipper.
Hi, I'm Chipper. You can find me at Eat Hot Chip and Die, no D and Die, on Twitter. If you want to find me somewhere else, hit me up there and I'll give you the information. And you can also see me on Monday night's Delirium campaign here on the Heroes and Hooligans channel.
Absolutely. That's such a good
And
game.
we'll give you a little teaser that I don't have anything big to announce this week, but at the end of our final session next week, there'll be quite a large announcement.
Oh, fantastic. I love large announcements. Poggle.
Hi there, my name's Big B or Brandon. You can find me on Twitter at BigBis ... That's DOT. You can find my game Yulfe, a horror adventure game on DriveThruRPG. You can also find Yulfe Definitive Edition on Kickstarter, as I'm, building up some steam to get that going. Hopefully, sometime in mid-August. And I am also starting to stream on Kick. So if you want to see me ramble a lot, you can find that on my Twitter, the link on my Twitter, when I go live, which I might go live later tonight. Who knows?
Fantastic. And Sir Robin.
Hi, my name is Quincy or QB. You'll find me most likely place to find me is on the other side of the GM screen on twitch.tv/RollingThundaga. The next one's on Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. A big campaign with a bunch of different people playing in small groups together. And yeah, that's me.
Fantastic. And I, of course, am Hooli. I play games, run games, and produce games here at Heroes and Hooligans. You could find me on Monday nights with our Delirium campaign. It is a Grim Hollow Atharis setting with my own homebrew shenanigans twisted into it. We have one more session of this. Next week will be our final playtest session for Rescue Rainbow City. It is currently fully backed and out of Kickstarter, and you will be able to get it soon. You can buy it at Kickstarter till the end of the month, but it is fully backed now, so I'm excited for that. And Saturday, this week, Saturday, is our annual Trevor Project fundraiser game. We will be playing at 10 a.m. Central Time. The game we are playing this year is Babies and Broadswords Crawl of Cthulhu by Even Footing Games. You can find all of that information on our Twitter and the players that are going to be there, their Twitters as well. And we will see you hopefully Saturday morning. Last year we raised $2,800. This year I would love to meet, if not beat that. And next Saturday, the following weekend, is our second Trevor Project game. Jason, my Heroes and Hooligans counterpart, will be DMing that game for our top 5 donors to the fundraiser this year. That's what he does. He runs the donor game after I run the raise a bunch of money game. So if you're interested in getting into that, by all means, get your donations in. As far as Rainbow City, if you type !RRC into the chat in our Twitch, you can get the link straight to the Kickstarter there. This has been absolutely fun and fantastic to play. I'm super excited for our final battle coming up next week, and we're going to run a raid out over to Manapot Studios. They've got a little audience over there, so we'll take ours to them. We will see everybody next week after clicky button things happen and I shut the show down. So thanks for joining us.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.